And welcome to Geek Lounge 101, episode 9. And today we're going to try this again. And today we're with Tavia Smoker and Nick Lenz. Tavia Smoker, please
Hello.
introduce yourself and where to find you.
Yep, I'm Terrence Boga. I do video game, movies, comics. I also do live stream, on the Discord, and I also do live stream games. And recently, I completed Hours 2, and that game was such a disappointment. Which I'm gonna talk about that. So enjoy the show.
And Nick Lenz, where can they find you?
I'm Nick Lenz, the channel Nick Lenz. I review comic books, movies, TV shows, and anime and novels.
Okay. Okay. And today we're going to get started off with the Marvel off the back. So you guys start off first with something. Actually, Infamous Iron Man. I like to start off with that. Issue 7. I've read this series and it's been getting better and better. And to recap what's going on, as usual, the villains have now gotten together. They're trying to figure out a way to get to whack Doom. And here's something interesting they just came back today is they brought the Hood back, which is a really nice. Parker Robertson is finally back.
I haven't seen him in a while.
Where's he been?
Oh, but I don't know. Ever since the last time I saw him was at the end of the start of Brian Michael Bendis' Avengers run, all the way back in the heroic age. So,
I think last time I saw him wasn't in the series Illuminati.
Oh yeah, that came out in Marvel Now or Marvel 2.0. I forget anymore.
It got canned last year after 7 issues.
But
Not
him
surprised
and
about that.
But the the Wizard has actually brought all the villains together. They're all trying. First, everybody's shocked that Doom has actually gone legit, and nobody wants to believe it until Wizard convinces them. And Parker Robinson believes that everybody should band together and just kill Doom.
That happened when he came in. Like,
did anybody notice that the Wizard looks different now? He kind of looks like a ripoff of Iron Man now.
I don't know about that.
But do you want to talk about the ending of the issue?
Yep, the Mega showed up.
No, let's wait because we're still recapping it. But anyway,
the ending is a jaw dropper.
Is a very jaw dropper. But anyway, we also cut away to S.H.I.E.L.D. base, and we see that on the records up in there, he's talking to Sharon Carter, and they're trying to figure out what's going on, and they have Ben Grant interrogate him.
Did they tie in Secret Empire? I'm still confused about that with the timeline.
No, as far as I know, from the
books
I've seen that are listed as going to be tie-ins, Infamous Iron Man is not going to tie in for Secret Empire at all.
What?
Oh no!
Why?
Infamous Iron Man takes place before.
Okay, but I don't think the book itself is going to have tie-ins to Secret Empire.
Why?
Oh no, it's not going to tie in. Period.
I don't think any of this books are going to tie into Secret Empire at all.
One thing is because Bendis is not writing Secret Empire, and I believe because he's not writing it, he doesn't want it to screw up his stories.
But Slott Slott has Amazing Spider-Man for 1 issue, tying into Secret Empire.
Everybody else is okay with Octopus. No. But see, the thing is, everybody else is okay with playing together with continuity. Brian Michael Bendis doesn't want to muck up his own continuity because he's writing his stories, and he doesn't want you to mess with it.
Yeah, and people complain that he writes way too many books, and he kind of does, especially with Defenders coming out in June. That makes like 5 books he's doing.
It's like he's good on the books. It's just a simple fact he doesn't want to mess with the continuity, but that's something we'll get into later. But as Ben get in there, they start talking about how they all set up the plan, and lo and behold, Doom comes in and he pretty much does what anybody else pretty much gets. He starts wrecking everybody. But before that, we also had somebody else come in, a low key player that I haven't seen in a while, and it's What's the Punisher villain? What's the name of the Punisher villain?
No wait, Not
Oh, but there
Scarface.
was one villain I did see in the book. I haven't seen him in a while. Razor Fist.
Oh,
Actually,
I know. Jigsaw.
I was thinking of his name was Jigsaw.
I don't think
Yes,
it could be Jigsaw because Jigsaw's dead.
Nope, he's alive.
How the
The
heck did he
Punisher
survive
villain.
a burning building?
Well,
Really?
he's the
It's
messed up
Bendis.
face.
I mean, I don't
What's
think
his
it could have
name?
been the Jigsaw because he fell into a burning building.
It's
Well,
Bendis.
he's alive, and him and Parker Robertson. Him and Parker Robertson was both fighting. They were both going at each other's throats instead of fighting Doom. And then here comes Doom, and Jigsaw just basically tries to run at him with a gun and just try to shoot at him. Doom just pretty much punches him out the building, and then he pretty much starts to wreck everybody. And Doom he says anybody who's smart enough to just get up and run away, he was the person he was gonna let leave alone.
Oh, Charlie.
Oh, hi, Charles Lee. You
Wait.
can hear us?
Yoo.
I think he muted himself.
Damn it.
Okay. But anyway, Doom just starts basically just wrecks everybody. And oh god, I loved it. But yes, we can go back to the ending because first Ben comes up to the record and tells him that not only did he just give up all the information about how the criminals got busted, but he's also under arrest. And it's going to go down in history as one of the biggest costume criminal busts ever to happen by a shield operation. And then
So he applied basically the thing.
Yeah. So basically,
did you know what's the name of the bar they were meeting in?
Yes.
Nope.
It's called Herbie's.
Herbie's, yeah. Is that what we're representing? Oh, Herbie. Like Herbie the robot?
Yeah, but I think I don't know why that they thought we good idea to call Bendis thought we good idea to call it that because, well, Herbie the robot hasn't shown up in a while, and who knows where the heck he is. But I did hear in the Star-Lord book that they did change the name of the bar No Name to some other name, but I don't think it was Herbie's.
Actually, speaking of Herbie had to make an appearance in Monsters Unleashed 2. I am not kidding. Like, Monsters Unleashed 2 is that guy's series.
Actually, they even he left. But actually, they even talked about what Peter Parker was doing to the Baxter building. And Doom called it atrocious.
Coming in like, Parker, you screw everything out. I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. Thank you, Dr. Doom. Fine, Dr. Doom, destroy the company. I'll be happy. Wait.
But the thing is it looks like Charles Lee disappeared.
Wait.
Sound.
Okay. Maybe Doom is probably gonna pay Peter Parker a visit. Who knows?
Well, that's messing with. Doom has finally changed the leap, and now he doesn't like what he's doing with the Baxter building. Yeah, I can see that.
I'm with Doom on that one.
100%. I do have a theory of why.
And that is?
Because Richard home?
Yeah, not only that, because he doesn't like the Fantastic Four very much, and he actually doesn't have a problem with the building itself. It's just that whenever he made attacks in the past, he attacked the Fantastic Four themselves. The only time you can say the building is ever physically attacked by Dr. Doom was when his adopted son did that back in the 80s, when he sent the building to space and blow it up.
Yep. Or Doombots.
Yeah, but he himself, I think he's visited the building before, but I don't think he's ever actually, personally blew it up himself. But
yeah.
But besides that, the ending is that we see Reed.
The Maker.
Yes, we see the ultimate version of Reed Richards. And this is going to be kind of interesting because Ben thinks it's 616 Reed, which we all know it's not. And we don't know how he lived, and we don't know what he's doing with Victor's mom.
Yeah, that's still confusing.
Do you think the Molecule Man brought him into 616 just like he did with Miles and his family?
Probably. But why?
Why?
Why would the Maker,
even
from the open universe, survive from 616? the Maker is one of the psychopath villain in the open universe. Next. In fact, Jimmy Hudson made an appearance recently.
What else? It's one of those great mysteries. He was eaten by Molecule Man, but yet he's alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows?
And do you know why in the Ultimate Universe he turned evil?
Yeah.
He turned evil in Open Doomsday, if I remember something well.
Yeah, the reason he did it because Sue Storm turned down his marriage proposal.
Yep.
But
and Ultraman happened.
But then wasn't it Rakan and later that Sue Storm when she was King the Conqueror that she was trying to stop the end of the universe?
I think it was Hickman who wrote that book.
I don't know what the heck. I don't think it was I think it was Sam Heffery who's writing Ultimates at that point. I'm not sure what the heck he was thinking when he wrote that story.
I thought Hickman wrote it. Huh.
No, it was saying Bendis did not write Ultimates at all. Hickman wrote that, and I was like, so he went crazy because Sue Richards told him the end of the universe was happening, and he had to do everything he could to stop it.
He betrayed his own friend. He destroyed his own family. Literally, he put him up in Open Doomsday. He basically killed. He almost killed Open Tony Stark. He got Quicksilver. Got open a whole gun side. The guy is a tactical genius, also a psychopath.
Yeah. But here's the thing. If you ever read Ultimate FF, there is something Ultimate Sue Storm does to Reed that you're probably thinking Reed is evil. This is probably the most baddest thing Ultimate Sue Storm has ever did to Reed Richards of the Ultimate Universe.
What?
Yep.
Ultimate Sue Storm tried to rape Reed Richards.
Yep. That's it.
Didn't Bendis write Ultimate Fantastic Four?
Yeah, he did, but not Ultimate FF. That was written by somebody else.
There's the only piece about it after Cataclysm, where there were 3 open books left, and all of them got canceled.
Yeah, but the thing was, it was one of those 3 books that actually was canceled pretty quickly because it had atrocious artwork.
Yep. Yeah. All of it was horrible in that book. I read that book and what the fuck? Like the one thing that made me laugh was when Ultraman watched like Ultraman Spider-Ham. That was funny.
Yeah. The series did have good writing, but it had terrible artwork. I'm like, what the heck were the people who run the Ultimate imprint thinking when they chose the artist for this book? Because when I saw Chris Ventura, I remember him reviewing the book, and he's like, "Ew, this is disgusting. What the heck is this?"
Yeah, because the guy who did it, he also did X-Men Ultimate Power, which was he also copies porn images.
Yep. I don't think it was Greg Land who did the book. It was a different artist.
Artist. I forget the name. Greg Land. Greg Land drew it.
Greg Land didn't draw Ultimate FF. It was somebody else. It was somebody worse than Greg Land. Like on the book where Coulson's got big chest for no reason.
No reason. Nick?
I'm still here.
Oh no, your mic is kind of messing up.
I don't know what's going on with it. I'm trying to fix my temp files. You don't still hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. The only reason I have my camera off is so I can work better.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
speaking of the Open FF, one thing I'm confused about Open FF is the Open Doctor Doom. Like, where is he? Why didn't he show up? Because we got you got Jimmy Hudson in the universe now.
Yeah.
We got Open Legend in the universe now. We got Mario in there. Who's that? Open Spider-Man?
Here's the thing about that, Tibia. The reason why that the writer put him in the book is because he's part of the Future Foundation in the 616 universe at that point.
Wait, what? Jimmy Hudson?
No, no. The reason why in the Ultimate Universe they had it where Doom joined the Future Foundation in the Ultimate Universe because he was part of it in the 616 universe.
Yeah, and then that was retcon because Pandora talking to that ultimatum. What did we have to do? It was actually get this, Sue Storm's mother. So the thing basically killed Sue Storm's mother. Wow.
Yeah, basically he killed his own mother-in-law, which is like, wow. Yeah, I get the reason why they retconned it because everybody hates Ultimatum, so they decided to retcon almost everything associated with it.
Yep, but
Yeah.
to do
I'm
that,
trying to
then
remember who wrote the book. It wasn't Williamson. It was somebody else. It was the guy who wrote I, Vampire. That is who wrote the book.
I'll try to
Fox?
find it.
Ray Fox?
No, it wasn't Ray Fox. It was the guy who wrote the I, Vampire series. It was Joshua Farub, I think his name is.
Ah, him. Yes, he does good work.
Yeah. Yeah, he wrote Ultimate FF. The book that was the book of strongest suit was the writing was so great for that series. And the only reason why the book wasn't selling too well is because the artwork was so bad. That's the only reason the book got canceled. It's only 7 issues published.
Yep. And here's the thing, I think at the end of that entire issue had basically Oakland Sue Storm basically give birth to Oakland Fighting Witches. But
I think it was the girl, and it was the Thing who was the mother, who was the father, not Reed Richards.
yeah, that confused the hell out of me. Like what?
Yeah, that was something established in Ultimate Doomsday that apparently Ben Grimm was actually attracted to Sue Storm, and he confessed that he was in love with her. Despite the fact Reed also had a thing for Sue in Ultimate Universe as well.
Yep.
Yeah. But back on schedule. So what else has everybody read?
I read 4. Oh, yeah, mine 4 recently. I read that. Holy shit! Wait, that's awesome.
Can you recap it?
Yeah, but those CR gods, those 2 really psychopaths, they said like they're still fighting after the Asgard in step 4, but then Asgard in 4 to the team up, they kick the shield god out, but then be pretty loser. They say like what? They cheated, and apparently the scorekeeper who kept the score god apparently he basically gave the winner to
the Shi'ar gods are complete dicks.
Yep, they're all complete dicks, and apparently they said like, no, they cheated. Like fuck the team. Like if we can't win it, then we're gonna burn the entire universe to the ground. Make love to me. Okay, and here's the thing: the show got Dr. Barton's sister, so ew. And apparently they summoned the Phoenix.
Yeah,
I am not kidding. That actually happened.
Well, I think there's one book we should
last
talk
time
about when it comes to Marvel.
What?
Yep.
X-Men Gold #2.
So can you recap it for me, Nick?
This book was pretty interesting, but it basically it's like the next. Apparently, they're bringing back the bigotry in the book.
Oh?
Where apparently now there's this senator who decides to who's in charge of this thing called the Heritage Initiative, and she's calling for, get this, mutants to be deported.
Mutants to be deported?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do not know why. It sounds so stupid. I mean, I don't know what the heck Guggenheim is thinking by doing this.
So we're going back to Trump. It's like they're parodying what Trump was trying to do or something?
I have no idea.
But
I'm not sure what the deal is, but I think that bringing back the bigotry stuff after we haven't had much for the last several years, but this, I haven't seen it like this since Dark Reign.
Yep.
I thought we finally got past the whole bigotry when it comes to X-Men.
I guess
yeah,
not.
And now apparently Guggenheim think it would be a good idea to bring it back. I do not know why.
Which people accept the humans for some reason. Why don't they accept the mutants?
Wait, so what's next? We're gonna bring back the Sentinels, the Sentinel Initiative.
After speaking of Sentinel after may appear in X-Men Blue, which
yeah, they did. But the thing is, if these bigots try to send, let's say, Sentinels to the X Mansion, they're gonna have a problem doing that because the X Mansion is in the middle of Central Park, and they're attacking mutants, but also regular civilians. Basically, whoever builds Sentinels has to get the X-Men in a secluded location. They can't attack them when they're in Central Park.
Actually, who thought it was okay to let them be in Central Park? It's on. Last I checked, isn't it a landmark? you can't actually build nothing on there. Why isn't the government told them to get off?
They didn't build the expansion there. They moved it from Limbo. They just transported it in the middle of Central Park.
Why
And I'm
isn't
like,
why not
wait.
go back to Westchester?
And I'm like, wait. And the mayor, nobody, the government told them get out.
No, I know in the last issue that they were asking rent.
They have to pay rent now.
It was like, can I gut this guy, please? He was asking Kitty that several times.
Like, I get Oh My Logan, I get the joke, but since I know Oh My Logan, I think it's perfect. It's useless.
Oh, hey, Chris.
It's the X-Men fourth second. Because the thing is, Kitty Pryde is not rich. So who's going to pay for it? I mean, are they going to ask, like, Angel to get a loan?
Or Professor X? Wait, Project is dead. Damn it. I want to bring
I know the building itself is owned by Storm.
Storm, when she gets to school,
She inherited it. Well, originally, according to Xavier's will, originally went to Cyclops, but Cyclops gave it to Storm because he wanted nothing to do with the building at all. So the school is owned. So the building itself is owned by Storm.
I'm trying to think who else rich. Outside of Storm going back to Black Panther and asking him for some money, I don't know anything else.
Good quick.
Well, that could be a good idea, especially since with the newest issue of Black Panther came out, they might be hooking back up because it looks like they are.
Well, they are. Oh, that takes care of the financial issues.
Yep.
So if Storm is hooking back at Black Panther, which by the way is a great idea, and I think it was a stupid idea to have their marriage end in the first place.
American Destroyed I think by editorial. Why does that sound familiar?
I mean, I don't think it was Bendis who wrote AVX because that was not because AVX was written by at least 4 different people.
4 different writers. Yeah.
Yeah. The last issue Bendis wrote was issue 11, the issue where Cyclops killed Xavier.
Which I hate that.
I don't know who wrote the last issue. It could have been Loeb or Brubaker. I'm not sure who wrote the last issue, but you have to blame that writer for ending Storm and Black Panther's marriage.
God damn, Jeff Loeb, you ruined everything. Or the
You probably have to look it up, Tibia. I don't know who wrote the issue, but it wasn't Bendis.
Oh. I'm still wondering why. I'm like, but wait, why? I know X-Men used to be about prejudice, segregation, and racism, but why go back to it now? Is it because it's now a social norm, or they just want to bring back the nostalgia feels?
I think the reason why is because I think the writer I think he must be a huge Black Panther fan. He must have loved the marriage between Black Panther and Storm, and he probably think this was definitely a good idea because, in case you noticed, since Black Panther ended the marriage, he hasn't hooked up with anybody at all in the past 5 years. I mean, he's hooked up with nobody.
I'm a Peter Parker situation. Actually, okay,
yeah, but in the case of Storm, she hooked up with Wolverine up until he died. Together for what, a year, and then he died.
Yep. And actually, aka, well, his daughter is Legacy, but now we have Jimmy Hudson involved.
Yeah. Well, have you noticed that Storm has got a full head of hair now? Her hair is not mohawk anymore.
Thank God. I'm glad he got a mohawk.
I noticed she has hair again. A lot of it.
Well, her hair was turned back into a mohawk in issue, I think it was 24, Wolverine versus Wolverine and the X-Men. Mm-hmm. So that was actually Jason Aaron's idea for having her go back to the mohawk because he wrote the issue. So she had the mohawk for about 5 years. Well, the mohawk back, because she also had back in the 80s as well. But this is the first time since the 80s she had the mohawk.
I guess I don't know with the open universe.
It's interesting that her hair is back fully grown the way it should be, and I love the fact she's gone back to the Chris Claremont era costume, except she's added like long sleeves to her outfit, which she didn't have before.
Why? Why does she need that? I don't
know.
get.
Have you noticed though that Marvel has been really covering up their all their female superheroes? Like half of them don't show up their skin like they used to anymore.
I haven't noticed that recently. Explain Luke.
Like take a look at Carol Danvers. She used to show off her muscular arms and her thighs for years, and now she's wearing a full bodysuit.
Yep.
Everybody. Well, people actually outraged about that, but everyone's accepted her new costume, and it looks better on her now.
Yeah, probably 72.
Yeah.
I can understand Psylocke.
Yep.
Yeah. I think Psylocke might be going back to her ninja outfit that she used to wear.
I'm not surprised about that.
Will Storm go back to her little goddess costume?
You know the costume she had back in the 90s? You know, like the One Piece ninja suit with the scarf?
Oh, you talking about Psylocke. I thought we was talking about Storm in her all-white suit.
No, Storm, it's like the outfit that Chris Claremont, the outfit she wore during the Chris Claremont era, but it's slightly different, and it's got a little more yellow in it.
Remember.
Yeah. You notice almost all of her outfits, the outfit that Chris Claremont gave her during his runs, always had like that that braid that hair braid she wears in her hair.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of the X-Men, I really miss the X-Men being like David the Open X-Men.
Nick, you okay?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. So what else have you guys read Marvel? Because I saw
I read X-Men Blue. I read X-Men Blue.
So did I.
So recap what happened in there?
Basically, Jean Grey, I think she read mine. I think Nick can recap it more than I can.
One thing I'm happy with this issue, Colin will remember the fact that Magneto cannot be telepathically read with his helmet on, because apparently he forgot it during his run for King of the X-Men. Now he remembers.
Yep. And you're IBX, which is bullshit. Fuck that event.
Yeah, and that's weird. Yeah. I'm sure you noticed that, Timmy, because during his run for King of the X-Men, Magneto was having a telephone conversation with Psylocke with his helmet on. And yet,
nope, that did me.
Yeah, and then when you get to Blue, I guess Bunny remembered the fact that, he can't have a telepathic conversation with his helmet on, so he takes it off.
Yep.
I think the writers just plain out forgot, and they just now remember.
Yeah. I get the reason why Colin Bunn put him in X-Men Blue. Because he wrote Magneto's solo book.
Wow.
That book is really good. That book might be a good X-Men book besides All New Wolverine.
Yeah. Have you noticed, though, that Bunn has been writing Magneto now for, seems like 4 years?
He's good at writing. I think he likes to write those archetype tactical anti-hero geniuses like Sinestro and Magneto.
Yep.
Yeah. Which his Sinestro book was awesome.
Very much so.
I'll be right back.
A little before that. I believe it was 2 volumes. But Eddie, besides X-Men Blue, what else have you read?
You get X-Men Blue, I completely forgot the ending. Apparently, Magneto is going to send the X-Men back to the past finally. About that time, someone did that.
So, does he have a way to bring it back to the exact moment they left?
Well, he's using the time platform. They still
have. What about all the knowledge they have? They still have that.
Maybe Magneto will tell Jean Grey to wipe their minds. Hopefully, maybe, or someone wipe their minds.
But then again, they'll probably just doomed to repeat what they did.
Yep. Do not go back to the actual. No, do not go back to the plan. Basically, if they go back in time, maybe it's fine. Pick the X-Men timeline because X-Men timeline is both confusing and convoluted.
No, Marvel. When it comes to time travel, Marvel made it confusing. We see why DC rarely tries to do that because it screws it up too much.
Yep. Well, that's why I like DC time travel. DC time travel makes more sense. Take note, Marvel. When you time travel, make it sense. Don't make it confusing, convoluted like 29 time.
Like Cable.
Level.
Why doesn't Cable just bring him back? He goes back and forth to the future whenever he feels like it.
Good question. I still want to know where's Cable. Oh wait, I forgot he had to work with Uncanny Avengers until that suit ended. Wait, did it end? I don't remember because I know they laughed at the Red Skull protective plane stuff.
DNG is in the comics section as well, Octavia.
Hello. Oh, DNG.
Oh, and you said you read Scarlet Spider.
Yep.
So
I got that then. Oh boy, that's a can of worms. Which
no. Can you recap it without trying to be you're a little biased or going on into a rant and just recap the story, then go into your opinion?
Okay. Basically, what happened in this entire issue, Ben Riley, or I call evil Ben Riley, but he had a conversation with himself with classic Ben Riley. Nick.
I'm back.
Oh,
well, really, you can't
just
Spider.
recapping Scarlet Spider.
Yeah, I read it too.
Yep. And
okay.
Basically what happened is evil Ben Riley talking to good Ben Riley is content apparently. He went to classic Spider Card with that content I love.
Was that conversation in his head?
I think so.
Or could it be hallucinating?
I think he's hallucinating, basically. And also during the issue, Jago shows up. Well, not the actual Jago, Ben Riley Jago, and apparently you get Kane now. What? Why is Ben Riley looking like Kane? Like, we don't need two Kanes.
Yeah, but I think Kane's face, you notice that when he took off his helmet, he looked nothing like he normally does. Because Kane is usually scarred, but he looks perfectly fine.
Yeah, and now Ben Riley the scarred person. Which, why? Why do we need to Ben Riley the scarred person? Like,
Ben Riley was actually the perfect clone of Peter Parker.
Yeah, Kane was the one to do damage, who is psychotic. And now that's the exact opposite. Let's make Ben Riley the crazy one. Let's make Kane the good one. Which I'll say that I'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah. I'm happy that Ben Riley's back, but I don't get the whole concept of turning into an anti-hero. That just doesn't really fit for him at all.
Which we'll get
to Nick,
in a minute.
Octavia's still recapping it.
Yeah. Basically. Yeah. Sorry. Basically, what happened next? Ben Riley, or I call. You know, I'll call Ben Riley now. Basically, Ben Riley, he attacked the mugger, saved the woman, and then adds $100. I am not kidding. That actually happens.
Yes.
And then he tracks down the lady who used to work for him, and then he's in a Jaguar suit. And what? What? Oh, it's so stupid. And apparently, at the end of the issue, he goes to the casino run by the lady who apparently is pissed off against you, whatever. It's evil corporation. Yeah. And Ben Riley basically goes to his grandma, who apparently he thinks his aunt. What? This is so stupid.
I don't get why they did that. I think the reason why is because Peter's aunt, her name is May, and this woman's name is June.
Yep.
Also, what happened to the cash he got in that prelude story from Clone Conspiracy Omega?
I don't remember, but I completely forgot about the entire story because
he got cash from the woman who appeared in the issue. She basically emptied her IRA account, which is a real account. I have heard of it. I've never had one myself, but it's a real thing that banks do offer.
Yep. That is true.
I know this because I've worked with people who basically work in the finance industry.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yep. I worked for I didn't exactly make any money for them, but I briefly was part of Primerica, that life insurance company. They do offer IRAs. So I know what it is.
Huh. Interesting. The more you know. Anyways, and getting near the end of the entire issue, Benoit really attacked the husband with just what? And near the end, the entire issue, the lady finds out about him, and he basically lies to her. She said, "I'm Peter Parker," and that's how the issue ends. To be continued.
Okay, so let me get this straight. He saves the woman from being mugged, and she gives him $100.
She gave him 50
50?
because she didn't have $100 on her.
Oh,
Did he ask, or she just did it out of gratitude?
not exactly. It's
Gratitude,
complicated.
or Nick, you can explain?
I forget. Anyway, near the end of the entire issue, Benoit goes to the lady. What? Not the other lady, not the lady she saved, but the other lady, the one in the casino, who apparently hates him because of you stuff. Saves the grandma, which is just weird and stupid. And particularly, he captured them, and she said, "I'm Peter Parker," which is doing that to be continued. Which, okay, time to go to my rage. Like,
I don't really get why
wait,
Peter
wait,
David
wait,
wrote the book like this for.
No, wait. I'm trying. And did he ask her for the money, or did she just give it to him? All right. Do you know, Nick? Since you read it,
I don't know what's going
Nick?
on with the book. Damn it, stupid 10 files.
Oh.
I'm still here. It's just that these dumb 10 files keep piling up my computer whenever I use Internet Explorer.
Oh, that's
okay.
not good.
So,
Yeah.
what is the basic? What's the concept of this book? What is Ben Riley trying to do exactly?
No idea.
I have no idea. They're trying to build an empire somehow.
And this is written by a good writer, Peter David.
Oh, I
Yeah, I know that.
He actually had two.
So it's like
time.
Peter David had no idea what to do with him.
No, he did not, because Dan destroyed him.
Okay, so what you were going on to about Tibia?
I completely forgot. During the entire issue, apparently he had two mind talking to him, like the Scotch Spider persona, which is the one I like, and then the Jago persona, from Dan's lost one. And and it's the funny thing. The two minds, they say like, "You got wait, help these guys, you idiot," and he said like, "No, okay, like fine, then we're leaving," and they leave. So basically, his own conscience, like basically left him.
He's having a crisis of conscience, and he left someone.
No. His own conscience, the two hallucination, they left him
because he couldn't make up his own mind.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're all pretty much even ground that we all don't know what Ben Riley's doing, and even Ben Riley himself doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, but the book has one big positive: Mark Bagley's awesome artwork.
That's the only part I can think of. My dog is really good, but the story is just all over the place. It makes no sense. Like, even at
as far as I know, guys, this is the first Spider-Man book that Mark Bagley has done since his long run from Ultimate Spider-Man,
which is really good. Oh, Spider-Man was amazing.
Which he and Bendis set. They actually broke the record set by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby of doing issues in a row. Kirby and Lee did the first 100 issues of Fantastic Four, and that record held for almost 40 years until Bendis and Bagley broke it when they did I think they did 100 issues of Ultimate Spider-Man.
I think, if I remember really well.
Yeah, but I think Slot's probably broken that record already for how many issues he's written for Amazing.
Yeah, but we got number one.
You mean for the same writer and artist, or just writers?
Same
writer and artist in a row. The same creator for a book in that many issues in a row. That's the record.
Yep.
Dan Slott probably did break the record since he's not giving it up anytime soon.
Yeah, but if you take a hit count of how many issues he's written since 2007, even though it was sporadic up until 2010, add those issues with the issues he's written since I think it's 648 up until 700, and these past 2 volumes, it's probably close to about 140 issues he's written, or at least maybe 130.
I
In
lost
10
count.
years.
That is a lot of issues.
Yep.
Yeah, that's even more than Stan the Man Lee ever wrote.
You know what?
It's sort of amazing. That book is suffering.
Actually, I followed Dan Slott on Twitter. I don't know what's going on with him and Tom Brevoort. It's like they're both kind of like picking at people on Twitter.
Yeah, it's really messed up.
It's like they're talking about how people complain about Secret Empire, but then they also want to talk about it's the same people who complain about his Spider-Man run. People.
Even that, because Spider-Man that's another great. It's been going downhill ever since Superior ended.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's like
I did a rant video about his Spider-Man run.
So did I. I did a rant video too.
Yeah, and here's the weird thing. It's my most highest viewed video on my YouTube channel.
Damn.
It's gotten so high. I've seen it's even gone to YouTube Red for some reason.
It did?
Yeah, apparently it's getting views on YouTube Red. I did not put it there. Somebody must have put the video there, and now it's my most highest viewed video. How many views? I put up in almost 3.5 years, a little over 700 videos.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's like, I don't know. I went to his Twitter. It's like Dan Slott is like he's arguing with people, but it's like he also aggravates them at the same time to fuel the fire.
Oh, did you hear? I heard about this like last year or two. Ed the Blue Goblin.
Mm-hmm.
Slott flagged him on Twitter.
Really?
What?
Yeah, he flagged him on Twitter.
Wait, why?
I have no idea. The reason why is that apparently Slott can't take criticism. He was criticizing Slott on Twitter about his, saying that the books suck. The book's been getting slightly better now. And he flagged him on Twitter.
What did he say exactly to get flagged? Like, he just said your book sucked?
I think he was telling him that this book sucked, or is that he could do better than this. And apparently, Slott is a person who can't take criticism too well. I mean, I'm sure people have criticized Bendis in the past. I don't think he's ever done this crap.
No, he did not.
Oh no, I periodically read Bendis Tumblr. This man, and he still responds to you.
In the death threats?
Yeah, but I think he can take criticism, but apparently Slott can't.
Which is why I want to solve the book. Because finally, the guy.
I'm trying to understand, like, did Blue Goblin just straight up just say your book sucks and you could do better? Like, did he put it in a bad way, or did he just criticize it in a way that tries to be more creative?
I'm not really sure. It's been a while since I remember what he actually said. You have to look it up in one of his comic book reviews from, I think it's like 2015, I think it was, when he told Slott this. Now, I have noticed the book is getting better now since Power Play, because you have an okay start, then 2 crappy arcs in a row, and now you get books. Yeah, and Slott needs to get better explanation of how the heck Silver Sable survived being drowned in a sinking fortress.
With Rhino.
Yeah, and
Rhino was there too.
Yeah, he's back, and Slott has never bothered to explain how the heck he survived.
He explained Dr. Octopus survived because Dr. Octopus is his #1 villain.
Apparently Slott loves Octopus so much. If he loves him so much, give him his own spin-off book and have Amazing Spider-Man written by somebody else.
Dr. Octopus book.
How Conway was Amazing Spider-Man? Conway was Spider-Man great. We need about Amazing.
I did a top 10 list of writers who could take over for Slott. One of my biggest choices was Peter David. But one choice, and you agree with me on this, Tibia, maybe Robbie Thompson could take over Amazing Spider-Man.
Yep.
He does clearly know how to write Peter Parker. He knows how to write him really well, thanks to the Spidey series.
Indeed, even though I thought Spicy was unnecessary, I'll give it that the Spicy, even by him, it was actually pretty good. Like I mean, I liked it, but I'll give it credit. He knows how to write.
Who's writing the Spectacular Spider-Man series that's coming out?
I think Chip Zdarsky, the same brother who wrote Star Wars.
Okay.
So
well, this book should be good.
All I know is when it comes to Marvel and their Twitter, don't mess with Tom Brevoort. He is passive aggressive.
Noted.
He'll try to be nice, but he'll also try to just disrespect you and look down on you because he's official comic book writer and editor, so he knows what he's talking about.
How does that guy still work at Marvel?
I've only talked to 2 people on Twitter, as long as I've had Twitter, that are comic book writers. I've talked to Tony Bedard. I tweeted him like it was nice to meet him at Tampa Comic Con, and I talked to Chuck Dixon. That's it. Just those 2.
Ooh.
Actually, I said hi to a couple of them. They're nice, but when it comes to the top Marvel guys, don't mess with them.
Well, Chuck Dixon has worked for Marvel.
No, I mean the top people who just stays with Tom Brevoort's been with Marvel for a long time.
I think been more since the 90s, probably. But who knows?
And Dan Slott, well, I don't know what Dan Slott's deal is.
Dan Slott needs to leave Amazing Spider-Man because that book has been suffering, and I can't take it anymore. Like,
I think the first book he ever wrote for Marvel, I think it was GLA. That was his first series he wrote for Marvel.
Great Lake Avengers.
You know what it stands for? Yeah, it's the first Great Lake Avengers series. I know he wrote that. Yeah. He wrote She-Hulk. He wrote Mighty Avengers.
That's good. He wrote Silver Surfer, but that's good.
Yeah, that book is good. But I think GLA was his first book. That was back in 2004, I think it was. So Slott has not been there that long. I would say of all the writers at Marvel, I would say Bendis is the longest term writer right now who's been there consistently. He's been there since 2000.
Yep, ever since the opening, which great.
Yeah, but can you think if anybody else has been there as long as he has on a consistent basis?
Nope.
Like longer than him? You could say Conway, but Conway goes back and forth between Marvel and DC.
Yep, and Conway's awesome. Conway might be one of my favorite writers who's writing Spider-Man the Grave. You knew about it. Like, Marvel, put your comment about you knew about him and you made. We knew about just say Spider-Man, because fucking every new government you have that failed. Like, stop trying to get new government.
Jim Lee's pretty much done.
Oh, I'll do one more day.
Well, let me ask you this, guys. Can you think of any character that Jerry Conway created from Marvel, aside from the Punisher, who was made to live action?
I got nothing.
I can't think of anybody. At least DC brings a lot of his characters to live action.
Yep.
I mean, look at the Flash. About half the villains who appear on the show are Firestorm villains.
Yep.
Who are created by
Conway.
Jerry Conway. Yep.
Yep.
Like Multiplex. Multiplex is a creation of Jerry Conway.
Yep.
Though the Killer Frost appears in the show, Caitlin Snow, even though Killer Frost is a creation of Jerry Conway, Caitlin Snow is a creation of Sterling Gates.
Huh. Interesting.
And here's something interesting about Sterling Gates. Guess how he got his start?
How? Drawing?
He was Jeff's assistant.
How?
What?
Yeah.
Wait,
he was Jeff Johns' assistant. That's how he got his start in the industry. Jeff Johns hired him as assistant, and then he started writing a bunch of books. I mean, he wrote, he's written Supergirl, Justice League America, the one before Hitch's run, the one that came out after the Trinity War.
Yep.
Yeah, he wrote that. I believe he wrote. Well, I think he wrote the beginning of it. He wrote Friday Evil Argus. I'm gonna think. He wrote Avengers of Supergirl. He wrote that series. You know, that digital book that ties into the Supergirl TV show. Yeah, Sterling Gates wrote that series. And he wrote the Killer Frost. for Villains Month, and I think he wrote the Fury Firestorm series with Dan Jurgens.
Speaking of DC,
Yeah.
let's go into DC.
Yep. DC had a bunch of
ready?
good books come out this week.
Actually, one more book from Marvel. You want to talk about from Marvel? And that's Moonlight Devil Dinosaur, since we're done with Scarlet Spider, because I don't want to talk about that book anymore. Yeah.
And that is?
Moonlight Devil Dinosaur. Because that series has been so great and so adorable. Because, holy shit, this should have been a breath of fresh air. Because I don't like the other.
Actually, it's weird because Amy Reeder was also on DC. DC at the New 52. I forgot she was doing something with DC, and then she switched to Marvel.
She was one of the artists for one of the New 52 books, wasn't she? Because I remember she was originally an artist before she became a writer.
Yeah, I think she was. I forget the book.
That's how I remember her name. When Moon Girl, this is to hire her back and do something for them.
Yeah.
Yep.
There is one other book I think we could talk about. Number 5.
And that is? Number 5.
Yeah, Rock number 5.
Oh, I haven't read none of that.
I
have. It's really good. It's written writes Kingpin.
Can you recap it?
You know, Kingpin as in Wilson Fisk.
No, I know. But what?
Yeah, it's the same writer.
That series.
For the past 3 issues, they've had Rocket Raccoon fight Kraven the Hunter.
That's funny.
Can you recap it for us then?
Yeah, it's basically, I think it's kind of like wrapping up the main story. With the book, like apparently Kraven saved him from. He basically liberated what looks like an alien concentration camp, whatever a refugee camp he was in.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently he's going back off to space. Now the book is set before Guardians of the Galaxy 19, the most recent issue that came out, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 419. The one thing I do criticize for this series, why couldn't they have the Punisher show up in the book?
I have no idea.
He's still on Earth, and you can have the Punisher meet up with him again instead of you have him fight Kraven the Hunter, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that, but why not have me with the Punisher again? Or is he too busy on the run from the DEA?
I don't.
What did he do with the DA?
The DEA, in his own book, he's on the run from them because one of their agents is hunting him because this one serial killer killed her partner.
And she wants revenge.
Yeah. So she's holding him hostage in the backseat of a car she stole.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
he hasn't really done that much.
Respect the law. The law order cut you down.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like Rocket Raccoon in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Also, when it comes to Moon Girl, it's up to part 6 of the world's the smartest there is. Which I'm okay with her being smart. I don't like how they're saying they're downplaying Valerie Richards and Reed Richards and all the other geniuses.
Yeah, that's what pissed me off recently. I don't like that. But that's my point. Yeah, but despite that, speaking of Mungo Miranda, actually fought Doombot with the rest of Miss Marvel, and that team up is so cute because I love Miss Marvel and I love Mungo, and these 2 series are the 2 Inhuman series that I like. I know the X-Men fan who loves X-Men or 2 Inhumans for once.
Well, you know, Moon Girl has met Ironheart.
That's true.
She's
not confusing.
Oh yes.
I don't think she's met. Trying to remember. I don't think she's met Nydia Pink Pim's daughter.
No, she did not. At least not yet.
She has met the Avengers, the X-Men, Thor. She has met Miss Marvel, the Hulk.
She's not met with the Spider-Man.
But one problem is with Marvel, they talk about diversity. No one likes diversity. But they're doing so many diverse books anyway, and Marvel's still in the lead when it comes to sales and units.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand. But I don't
But
understand where
why
that whole
Marvel
comic comes
break
from.
the numbers?
I mean, if you look up Moon Girl's real name,
No.
Lunetta
it's
Phoebe,
French.
which I don't know
Okay.
what it means.
Anywho,
Or you-
speaking of moving down, that's for Doombots, and apparently Doombots apparently they got destroyed. So, and he was confused
I
me.
don't think that.
Where was Doctor Doom in this?
Oh wait, hang on.
I don't think the series time soon.
What happened?
I don't
Oh, your mic is kind of breaking up, Nick.
Yeah.
think
I'm understanding you.
Moon Girl, Devil, Dinosaur is because
Hey, Nick, your mic is breaking up.
my
Shit.
I don't think that Moon Girl, Devil, Dinosaurs will be canceled anytime soon, because
Oh,
I
it won't
think
be
that it's probably going to release 30 issues or more at the rate it's going at.
Thank God.
Oh no,
Yeah,
it's one of the better selling books.
Yep, it is. It's better than
It's
some
fun
Atom.
long reading. Which I was talking about. Even though American Devil is not selling good copy-wise, it's selling good digitally.
Yep.
But most of those digital issues are being because of Marvel Unlimited.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now comes already, which is weird.
Which, but even though that's how the only reason why it's going to get a free pass. Plus, the whole Marvel and their whole diverse community, and that's what I believe that's how the writer's going to get a free pass until her book. They start looking at her sales numbers and see it's not going up to par with it was digitally.
Yeah.
And
I mean, if you notice
that's
that
be something
Marvel
to blame.
has, I mean, the claim all diversity thing. Name how many books Marvel has where where the lead is not white.
Black Panther,
Outside-
Moon of the Dinosaur.
I'd say
Oh.
close to 50% of the books they put out where half the characters are not white.
Miles.
No, name a book that are still like straight male characters. You only got Steve Rogers,
Okay.
Spider-Man. Luke Cage is
Thor.
black.
Thor's white.
No, Thor. No, I said white straight male.
Oh, white kid. My bad.
let's see.
29.
That's diverse. If he's female, that's
Actually,
diverse.
2099, Tivia, he's actually half Mexican. He's
That's
biracial.
true.
Miguel,
Yeah.
Miguel, and he's under diverse. So really, outside of Spider-Man and Captain America, I can't think about anybody else. Well, Iron Fist. That's it.
Yeah. Well, you also have Hawkeye, but
And
he's in
Daredevil.
Occupy Avengers.
And Daredevil.
Okay, so that's 4, 5.
Trying to think though.
Okay,
Let's see.
6 or
Oh,
7.
the Punisher. You can't forget the Punisher.
I was thinking Punisher and Daredevil. That's 6 and 7 right there. So
Yeah,
it's like
Parker.
Star-Lord.
Wait. Megan's not in the books.
that's a good 10% of their books are probably white street males, and everything else is diversity. And all their books are selling better, or outselling both the competition. Why is Marvel complaining? Is it Marvel really complaining, or is that somebody just unsatisfied with all the complaints?
Probably someone afraid to complain. I think no Marvel Legacy, which
I think it's the perfect.
Isn't Sam Alexander white?
No, he's missing.
no, Sam Alexander, I think
No,
he's
Dennis missing. He's like,
African American.
Okay.
you know,
Yeah, Latino. Biracial.
Okay.
he's Latino. He's Latino. There's Latino and
His
Mexican.
book got canceled. I am
Yeah,
not kidding.
I
Nobody
heard
got
about
canceled.
I
Wait,
don't get why. They just brought
Why
back
did you-
Richard Rider.
And they were doing so much for this book. Here's a book I would love for Marvel to bring back. Get Tom King. I know Tom King is with DC, but can't they get him to come back and do Vision and wrap up that awesome storyline he was going with?
I think that they were a miniseries. I think they'll do it.
Yeah, but the thing is, he was only commissioned
on
to
a
do
limited
12
contract.
issues. That's the only reason why it ended at issue 12, because that's how far he was signed on to do.
Yeah, it was just part of. Yeah, I know. You were the one that told me, and I was like, dude, why didn't Marvel just get him to come back and just finish his run? I mean, that was an awesome storyline.
I think as far as I can tell, by issue 12, they did pretty much wrap up the series. And plus, Vision's daughter is still around. She's in the Champions book.
No, I mean, like it could have went on longer than that. I think it was only that way, and mostly now DC, and I don't see him leaving anytime soon.
Yeah, but if you look at his work for DC now, aside from Batman, can you name another book he's doing now aside from Batman?
Injustice 2. Injustice 2.
That's
Tom Taylor. That's not Tom King.
Damn.
He's only doing one book, while Snyder, who's doing All-Star Batman and the awesome book, Batman the Shadow.
Yep.
And
That came out recently.
Scott Snyder is basically I want to say he's what the Matt Fraction of DC.
I wish for Batman.
Like, I want to try to make a comparison to somebody for DC when it comes to something like that. It's like Marvel and DC, they have Brian Michael Bendis, you have Jeff Johns. When you have Joe Quesada, you have Dan DiDio. When you have you can make it's like people you can make compare and contrast to.
Except
Yeah, the
Bendis,
biggest difference between Brian Michael Bendis and Jeff Johns. Brian Michael Bendis is still doing comic books. Jeff Johns is not currently doing any comic books right now. It's like nothing slated. I think there's still the Watchmen book.
No, he's doing
I
Watchmen.
also heard he's still doing the Batman Earth 1 book, but I haven't seen when Volume 3 is supposed to come out.
The reason why is because
since forever, since Wonder Woman and Superman.
The reason why is because you gotta remember when Jeff Johns originally started out, he was an assistant to write television shows and movies.
That is true. That's a fact.
Right now, DC Warner Brothers honestly want Jeff Johns since he's pretty much gold at anything he writes when it comes to DC. They need him to fix the movies. The movies need to be fixed.
Yes, definitely. Well, when it comes to how the movies are, because of what happened with the last three that come out, I mean, Man of Steel didn't have many problems as, let's say, Batman v Superman and Suicide Squad.
Tons of problems.
No. Those movies, the main problem with those movies is they had too many plot lines and too much material that could have been its own separate movies.
Yeah.
Yep.
There were some good things about Batman v Superman I did like Ben Affleck's performance as the Batman. He was awesome as the Batman.
Everyone thought he was going to fail, but no, he was the best thing about the movie.
He's the only good thing about the movie.
Yeah. You also have Jeremy Irons. He did a really good job as Alfred Pennyworth.
I agree. Yeah, I would imagine.
One thing that kind of bothered me about him, when people think of Alfred Pennyworth, people think of, well, balding man with a mustache. In the Irons and a very scruffy-looking face, no mustache.
I think they're going to Earth 1 Alfred.
Yeah, I was gonna say his appearance looks like Jeff Johns' Earth 1 Alfred.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's what it kind of looks like because I think everybody's so used to Alfred Pennyworth having a mustache. That's what people probably wanted to see Jeremy Irons do, but never did.
Everybody's used to Paul Dini's what he did for the animated TV show.
Yep.
Yeah, but I believe his hair was white in the show.
It was kind of like dark / white.
Yeah. But Jeremy Irons, I think his hair is a mixture of gray and white.
Which I actually have hopes for the Justice League movie.
I don't. My hopes are very, very low. Because here's the thing. Justice League 1 team doesn't be better, but they lost it. And I'm scared they're going to screw it up.
I haven't seen the recent trailer they were Justice League, but I do like the lineup. I have heard Superman is going to be in the movie, but they haven't shown me the trailers yet, not that I know of.
Thank God. They're not spoiling the movie just not yet.
There is a rumor he's going to be Henry Cavill is going to have a beard in the movie, and he might be wearing the black suit. You know, the black solar suit that he wore at the death of Superman?
Yep, which I do own that book. Yeah,
there is a rumor he might be wearing that in the movie and him having a beard. Cyborg looks a little bit better. I've seen of him. He's looking better. He's getting better. I hope they fix the CGI for him once Justice League comes out. I believe it comes out in November, right?
Yeah.
Hang on a second, guys. I got to take this call. I'll be right back. You guys can go on because after this, we're going to jump into DC.
Yep.
Okay.
Wonder
Woman. Tivia, did you have a problem with Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman?
I'm doing my podcast.
Sarah? I think it's a mute yourself into the calls.
Oh, you can. And I'll give you the first 3 volumes of Tokyo Ghoul.
I'll mute him
Okay.
if I can.
Back, and you guys ready to jump into DC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, Nick,
Jeremy,
wait,
I think
answer your
you
question.
should mute yourself whenever you take a call, Jeremy. I think you should mute yourself.
I didn't realize. I try to put it away from my voice.
Yeah.
I'll just
All right.
Yeah.
I'll fix that.
We were.
Now let's go.
You want?
Oh, no, I know. I realized you can hear it.
All right.
Let's start off with the button because it's still a fresh crossover, a limited series crossover that's actually focusing on the actual plot of what's going on with Rebirth. And
unlike Marvel's crossover events, which go nowhere,
picks up right where Batman 21 leaves off.
Yes, it picks up exactly right there, and Barry Allen gets there, and the first thing he sees is his arch nemesis is dead, and Bruce is basically he just got his stuff wrecked. And
I'd say about half the stuff in the Batcave is broken.
Yeah, it's awesome.
60% is broken. I love how he took a moment to reprieve to himself. He says, "Well, mother," it's finally over. It's finally over."
Who's the artist of this issue? Because this artwork was really good in this issue.
I know it's not the regular artist, that's for sure.
It's similar to what the Flash suit right now.
Yeah, I know it's not the original artist because they changed the artist after the first arc. I don't know who it is, but the artwork is slightly better. And wow, first time since Batman Rebirth, we actually get a glory shot of the Batcave.
Yep.
Yes, it's been a while because last time we saw a big glory shot was in Robin Rises.
Yeah, but as of recently, I think it was like last year, was Batman Reborn. There was a glory shot of the Batcave in that issue. It was like a 2-page spread of it.
Yep.
The actual Rebirth issue itself.
Yeah, and it was in Batman Rebirth.
Yeah, not Reborn. Rebirth. That's Shimmer Reborn. Yeah, Shimmer Reborn.
Yeah.
I was talking about when Wally West came back.
Yep.
No, I'm talking about the Batman Rebirth one done by Tom King and Scott Snyder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, if you open up the trade, when you get to there is 2-page spread of that in there, and Flash 21 is the first time you actually had a chance to see this.
Yep.
Thank you who the artist is, because first time in a year, a glory shot of the Batcave, and I always enjoy seeing this. And good job drawing the Batcave in this issue.
Oh, there's another thing I want to get into, but that's later in the issue. One thing I love, and let's get back to the recapping, was that Barry is just internally monologuing to himself. Is that basically Zoom touched the button? He's talking to Alfred. Apparently, Alfred saw all this going that well. He saw some of it, or wherever he could catch on the camera. And all we know is that Zoom, I guess, teleported. I don't know what happened, because the way this issue explains,
I think Josh Williams is trying to explain how Tom King had it where reverse flashes in the bat, how he magically got into the Batcave.
I'm not talking. No, not how he got into the Batcave. I mean, like how he magically disappeared for that
how he met the life.
Yeah.
No, that brief what was it? Like 2 seconds? He Zoom disappeared for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And then he just came right back on fire. Yeah, that's what Flash trying to figure out is what happened? Did he teleport, or was he just automatically set afire when he touched the button? Because he talked about he saw God and
and it's up the speed for Dandy.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody noticed if what was the batarang that Batman put in his foot in the last issue? Is it still in his foot?
I'm not sure.
I think it probably is, because there's no mention if it was removed or not, because I gotta praise Batman for actually doing something original because he never fought Reverse Flash before, putting a batarang in his foot.
Barry actually brought it up in the issue.
Yep.
Using every little advantage he can to try to stall for him to come. And he's trying to figure out what made him tell him what happened to Reverse Flash? Did he use the reverse Speed Force, his time warping powers?
Yep.
And him and Bruce are trying to figure it out. And they finally brought something back I haven't seen in a long while in the Cosmic Treadmill.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I was so happy to see that. I mean, when was the last time we saw this thing? I mean, before New 52 started?
I thought we saw it in Flashpoint, I think. Yeah, I did Flashpoint.
During. Do you remember at all if the Cosmic Treadmill ever showed up during the previous volume of Flash?
I don't remember. It never showed up. I don't think it ever showed up.
What about Francis Menopause and Brian Pacello's? Didn't he use a tread? Was that the Cosmic Treadmill? Like when he was using it to store Speed Force energy?
I don't remember because
it's been a while since I've read Francis Menopause and Brian Pacello's run, but it feels like it's been like almost a decade since we've seen the Cosmic Treadmill.
That'd be a decade. Holy shit, time flies.
And I love how DC brought up. I love how they're bringing up the reason DC brings up. Oh, this is why they don't hardly bring up time travel because they know that it creates a butterfly effect. But even so, he has to go back in time and see what happens because he thinks, because he actually thinks it's a future version of him that came back in time and killed Eobard.
Yeah.
And he realized.
Did you notice that the Watchtower looks different?
Yep. It look different. And speaking of Watchtower, there's actually Easter eggs.
Yes, actually, that's what I'm going to bring up. When we get to the Watchtower, because he has to get back to the Cosmic Treadmill, we saw so many things like, I was wondering, how the helmet of Naboo is there? Or the staff of Lucifer?
Yep.
We had
Skeets.
Actually, that's a cool. Actually, I'm wondering, why Skeet's there? Is they saying that Booster Gold is somewhere around here now? That Booster Gold can return?
It's a possibility. I also saw what looks like something from maybe Trinity Dawn of Atlantis. When I see something from Atlantis on there, that big A staff.
Yep. Get around camera. The bug. Ted Cord's ship.
Actually, that's weird because Ted Cord is alive and he still has the bug in Blue Beetle.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think we'll talk about Blue Beetle after we talk about the Flash because the Blue Beetle book was really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay. They had Big Barter staff.
Yep.
Her club. Let's see, they had a treasure trove of things there, and I just that's just cool Easter eggs. And I see.
Yeah, I gotta point out though that this is the first time we've seen the outside of the Watchtower. I'd say this is the first time since Forever Evil since we've seen the outside of the Watchtower.
During Justice League.
I mean, not inside because we have seen the inside in the Justice League book. We saw it in Batman and Robin. But what about the outside? When was the last time we saw the outside of the space station itself? Forever Evil was the last known official time we actually saw it.
I think James Bond hit the Justice League one that we saw when it crashed.
Yeah. That was the last known official time we actually saw the outside of the Watchtower. That was 4 years ago.
Damn,
it's nice to see it. Yes, it's nice since Forever Evil. It's nice to see everything is progressing. Even saw Martian Manhunter's cape.
Where's Martian Manhunter? We haven't seen him ever since. Actually, we haven't seen him forever. I've seen the Teen Titans annual.
The last time I officially saw Martian Manhunter was the end of his ongoing series by Rob Williams.
Was there 6 issues of the DCU? Yeah, that's confusing.
Yeah, it was 12 issues.
Did he also show the Rebirth?
I don't remember if he did because if they could put him in any book, for 1 or 2 books they could put him in. Steve Orlando, Justice League America. That'd be a good place to put him.
Good question.
Or it's not like you say.
I do not want him in Brian Hitch's Justice League because I would think Brian Hitch would do a terrible job writing Martian Manhunter.
Yeah,
I'm not feeling
I can't read that book anymore. I tried. Time is confusing.
Me either. I can't really read it because I don't know what's going. It's like he's setting up these big cosmic events, and it's just like he tries to give everybody a role, and it's just too big for 4 or 5 issues.
It's confusing, even for me. And
I think what DC it seems like the best person to write the main team Justice League. Well, it can't be Abnett because he's doing Titans right now. He can't do 2 group books at the same time. It's kind of confusing. So my best choice to replace Hitch is Joshua Williamson.
Yep, get him to it. He was just give a Suicide Squad. That series was awesome. Like, take no Marvel. When you do a versus title, just give a Suicide Squad. It's how you do it. That series was awesome. That's how you do a versus title.
Yeah, I think Williamson or probably
Tom King.
Tim Seeley could do it because Tim Seeley did do a couple issues recently.
Or Tom Taylor. He could do it.
Or Tom Taylor is in Justice right now.
Yeah. But Williamson seems like the top choice to do it because he did a great job with Justice League versus Suicide Squad.
Yep. With that
choice. Also, Nick, Howard Porter was the artist.
On which book? Flash?
Did issue 21. Howard Porter was the artist.
Okay. Thank you, Howard Porter, for giving a glorious shot of the Batcave first time in a year.
Yep.
Batman decides to come with him on the cosmic treadmill, and we get that to the Flashpoint universe.
Yeah, before that, we see a flash of. Before we get to Flash, we see an image of the Silver Age Justice League.
Yep. Wait. We should form a league of justice.
And that's
that never happened.
And the third image, I was shocked to see this. I'm like, wow, I did not know they were bringing this one up. Do you remember Identity Crisis by Brad Meltzer?
Yes. Yep.
They bring up the Mind Wipe. The Mind Wipe of Dr. Light.
Yep. They also bring across the Earths. They bring that back too.
No, they were bringing up the fact that Batman was Mind Wipe. That was the one point where Batman started getting very paranoid about everyone.
Yeah, and that was from the previous universe, and that miniseries came out 13 years ago.
Yep, with Identity Crisis with the death of somebody. His father, son died. That series.
Actually, yeah, and when they went back in time, you notice it's all about Batman and Flash and like some important moments in their life throughout the DC history.
Crisis they bring in.
Yes, David. That's what I was also bringing up.
If you're wondering why Wonder Woman's outfit looks like it has shorts at the bottom of it instead of like normal, like what look like normally like a bikini.
Yeah.
There is a reason for that because that is how she was drawn in the Silver Age.
Yeah, I know. I see this. I know all of her Silver Age appearances. I know. I said that's a nice touch. They brought up a lot of these, what their costumes were, and really key moments in their lives.
Yep. And
how did they get back to Flash? So basically, they're saying Flashpoint in the Rebirth universe.
Probably. We'll get to that in a minute. What's the name that they showed up? Before they get to Flashpoint, they actually showed up another key moment. I think they showed Final Crisis. I think. Do they? I'm not sure.
No, they didn't show Final Crisis.
No, they just show 2 images of Silver Age, Identity Crisis, the flashback from Identity Crisis. I think that's it before they get
to Crisis on Infinite Earth.
Yeah.
And
the only reason I know it was the Mind Wipe scene is because Dr. Light was actually in somebody's arms.
That and it was also because Ollie was I think it was who was it? Green Black Canary was telling Ollie they had to stop Batman.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Batman took out his Batarang, which I don't remember him actually doing that in the original story. Because he stops.
I remember he was about to lunge at them and Zatanna stopped him.
Yeah, but in the original story, he didn't take out his Batarang.
Yeah,
I don't know why that they made that slight change to it, because if you look up how the image was how the scene was presented in Identity Crisis, do you remember seeing at all that you saw Batman take out one of his Batarangs?
I don't remember. I think it did happen, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, we should probably get to the end of this issue. Particularly, after they see that, we fast forward to the end, and we basically get, drum roll please, Thomas Wayne Batman.
Yeah, making his first appearance since Convergence Superman.
Yep, Convergence Superman. Which we'll get to Superman later. Why? Sorry, my jaw
It was his
dropped.
cave because of Joe Chill's gun was in the cave.
Yep. And that
And
awesome.
even Batman's like, yeah, he's like, yeah, this can't be my cave because he doesn't have guns in his cave.
Yep.
I think Jeremy went off. I think he had to take care of something.
Yeah.
But got hand to Williamson. He did a great job with this issue. Him and Porter did a great job.
Indeed.
Can't wait for Batman 22.
Same. Because holy shit, this Superman was awesome.
Yeah.
I never expected to see Flashpoint again ever since Convergence, but damn,
Yeah.
I salute you.
There wasn't
But
much
you
in that
don't-
Batcave. You notice that? It was like just a few memorials, and that's it. It was like, where is the rest of the Batcave?
Well, remember, Thomas Wayne Batman was more like particularly more shoot first, act quick, and never. You know, we have a lot of gadgets.
Well, if I remember correctly from the original story, Penguin, who worked for him, actually killed several versions of the Batman villains from that universe. Like, I think he killed Mr. Freeze, Killer Croc. I think he killed Ivy as well.
Yep. Thomas Wayne Batman more brutal, would shoot first, act quick, and never.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
too, Thomas Wayne, but Urgent Thomas Wayne was not that interesting.
Tivy, I should point out, though, that Thomas Wayne Batman from Flashpoint is actually one of 3 to use guns.
Yep. I know.
The Earth 2, Thomas Wayne did the same thing, and so did, you're not going to believe this, there was a Batman that showed up during the first Wave comic, one that featured Batman crossover with the pulp heroes, like Doc Savage, The Shadow, stuff like that. He had guns, and I heard he had guns in that series.
What? Wait.
Yeah, he used guns, and this is the Bruce Wayne Batman.
This is not Golden Batman. Golden Batman, I know he's guns, so maybe I got him.
Yeah, but the books themselves came out 7 years ago.
Oh. Shit. I got nothing.
Yeah. Well, essentially put, Batman is a ripoff of The Shadow. That's how he was pitched.
Yep, that's true.
Except that he doesn't use guns on a normal basis. He has used guns in the past, but not in the case the way The Shadow uses them.
Yeah. Shadow particularly is more lethal.
Okay. You want to talk about Blue Beetle?
Yeah. Oh, well, we'll get to Action Comics. Well, I you know what's the after we talk about Blue Beetle.
Okay. I'll get to my favorite scene at the end of the book. But were you happy to see Dr. Fate again in the issue?
I was happy to see him back, but saying I was confused because I bet it would be one on Dr. Fate book, but Dr. Fate's story is weird.
Did you notice that for the credits, J.M. DeMatteis is listed as the co-writer of the issue?
Yep, I did notice that.
I'm like, okay, so DeMatteis must have, well, I guess Kiffin must have called him up because normally he has another writer on the book. Because DeMatteis has not been co-written any of the previous issues before this one with somebody else.
Yeah,
But
weird.
it's nice to see these two work together, work on the Blue Beetle.
Yeah. How have it working together?
Oh, did you notice when they announced the new titles coming out? I think in July or August for after that Dark Metal crossover that Snyder and Capullo are going to do.
Yep, Dark Matter. Yeah, we're getting new heroes.
One of the books is the.
I return.
Hey.
Okay. We're talking about Blue Beetle.
Yep.
Oh, what's going on so far?
Well, Dr. Fate showed up in the issue.
Yep.
And Jaime did something I did not expect him to do. because in the previous issue he lost his scarab. He was ripped
Yeah,
his body.
to a magic entity.
Yeah, I saw that. I read that issue.
Yep.
But the ending. Oh boy, the ending. I was
To
so
this issue?
happy
Yep.
to see his suit again. I was
Ted
surprised that he
suit.
put it on.
Ted Cord put his old suit
Ted
on?
Cord. Ted
Nice.
Cord. They were the Blue suit.
Yeah, he put on the Blue Beetle suit.
Now we just need
I was so
Dan
happy
Garrett.
to see that thing again.
Yep. It made me smile.
Also, I forgot to mention that they finally brought Johnny Thunder back in issue 21. And
Yeah,
they
they
talked
did.
about Jake Garrick.
Yep.
Because he remembered
The
Jake Garrick
GSA.
killing it.
Yep.
So,
That's yes.
So that's still running around. He's still trying to get Thunderbolt back.
Yep.
So I'm wondering, what did he do back in during World War II? What did he do which Thunderbolt? Everybody lost their memory of the JSA, and he just threw Thunderbolt away, or what happened?
Who
We don't
knows?
know.
But hopefully this might be explained in the miniseries. But this is the first time we've seen Johnny Thunder since DC Rebirth.
Yeah, we haven't seen John Thunder since Leva. Well, next to Sound Girl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Saturn Girl's not part of the JSA. She's part of Legion of Superheroes.
No, Legion superheroes. I don't know anything about the Legion. I am no
I
Legion.
do. I've read a lot of Legion comic books, so I know who she is.
Oh,
She's
I
one
got
of
the
the
first
founding
two.
members of the Legion, and she's supposed to be the wife of Lightning Lad.
Actually, if you read Jeff Johns' Origins for Superman, they actually explore how Superman became part of the Legion of Superheroes.
Yep.
I think that was what was it? Superman Secret Origin, I think the series was called.
Sure.
Yeah, Secret Origins. By Jeff Johns and Gary Frank.
Yeah, it was a pretty good series. One of the things I saw promotion for, I was very surprised to see this. There was a couple times when Lana made out with Clark in high school.
Yep.
I
Actually,
don't
speaking
get
of
why.
Superman, which why
I know with this miniseries, it integrated some stuff from Smallville into the DC continuity.
Oh, like what?
The only thing they did not do is introduce Green Arrow wife in Smallville, Chloe, and that's it.
Okay.
Yep. Speaking of, so when we look at the Action Comics, it's for Don Tyler Bobito.
Actually, what's been going? I have to read the last two issues, but I saw that Zod is getting. I saw Zod came back. What else came back? What has been going on? I have to with Action Comics.
Hank Henshaw came back.
A lot of good stuff on Action Comics, and a lot of stuff that got pissed around new bitches Superman talk, and I'm happy.
What happened?
Like you mentioned Lois and Clark, right? Well, apparently, thanks to this issue, Action Comics 978, Superman has regained his entire life, up until and he got me as Lois with the trunks, which I love that. That made me so happy when we got the trunks are canon, baby. Yes. I was so happy.
That kind of already was canon, Tibia, because they pointed out, I think it was in either Superman or Action Comics when Rebirth started, when John asked about the suit that has trunks on it.
Yep.
So that was already canon because he wore that when he first showed up in the universe.
Yep, that part is true. Right, you're right. But also, apparently, also they also recap Superman after marriage. But here's the thing, though. They also bring back the blue suit, like the electric blue suit.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that showed up, and that's awesome. But no.
Yes, I see that.
Electric red. Interesting.
I heard that they're trying to submit what all is officially canon in the Superman history now.
Yep.
Because before they just didn't care to do that.
Nope.
When New 52 started, they just didn't care.
Yeah, it's like George Perez. It's like Grant Morrison did not speak with George Perez, and they were trying to work his continuity together, and it just screwed up the books.
All over the place. It made no sense.
Yeah, and Grant Morrison is the reason why George Perez uses the work with.
Was chopping up. Yeah,
More by George Perez if he uses the work with DC
no, you're still chopping up. That's why.
Comics anymore.
Oh,
That Grant Morrison is the reason why George Perez wants nothing to do with DC Comics anymore.
Yeah, he got screwed over.
Yeah. I heard that Grant Morrison wouldn't tell him what was not working with him, and it would screw up his run. So he was, yeah. Everybody was trying to submit was his parents alive? Were they dead? What was going on?
Yeah,
and Lee Carter said it best, and DC was not committed to the whole idea of the reboot.
No, they were not, and it destroyed everyone. Everyone got fucked over, except for Evan Grant. They don't care that survived.
And that's what's really.
Sorry.
Yes, have you?
Speaking of,
and I was gonna say. What? Teen Titans?
No. Well, yeah, that actually is true. But I want to go about the action comics. I completely forgot. During my recap, I didn't get to finish, but basically, we have to commend Devil Superman, and we get mentioned three Superman. We get Cyber Superman, Steel, and Eradicate, but no Connor. That's odd, because Connor would probably Devil Superman. So where is he?
Did you say Steel was in the issue?
Yeah, during the recap, basically Devil Superman.
Yeah. Have you
But
noticed
no
though that his armor looks different in the current continuity? Does in the previous one? It looks different.
Yeah, I know the Superwoman. But that didn't come out. That didn't come out this week. I know that.
I know.
I'm saying his armor looks different.
Yep.
I think that's because they're saying it went back to the old style when it happened, and now they're just showing it the new style.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, but no matter with Superboy, I'm confused. Like,
I don't know what to say about that. Maybe it's because John. John exists now.
I don't think so, because I think Connor, in my opinion, can still exist in the game, because we can have two Superboys. Because think about it, if we can have 4 Flashes, well, after me that's 3 Flashes now, because we have New 52 already, Kid Flash. All right, if we have 3 Flashes, 2 Batmans in the previous DC universe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Bart was not Flash at the time of New 52 reboot. He was Kid Flash.
And Bart wasn't even in the New 52 to begin with. It wasn't even in the New 52.
Somebody posing as him, but
yeah, Bart was
weird.
Yeah, which who knows where he is? I think Bart might be trapped in the Speed Force.
Yeah, same with Jake Garrick.
No, Jake Garrick seems to be just forgotten his memories. Like, Johnny Thunder made the world forget the JSA. Bart is another thing entirely different.
Thank you, Scott Odell. Thanks.
Either 1 in the Speed Force or 2 in that place where Tim Drake is.
Yep. The same Connor Kent probably trapped in.
So he's outside of time and space, like the other people who need to be on this board.
It's a possibility, but who knows when they're gonna follow up with what's going on with Tim Drake? Because the most recent thing I've seen of him was, I believe, in Superman Reborn. Didn't Tim Drake show up during Superman Reborn?
That was it.
Yep.
At the end of the first part, they just showed Tim Drake. They're saying, "Oh, someone escaped."
Yep. Doomsday and Prodigy were rapping next to Tim.
So
yeah,
I don't know.
It was Mxyzptlk who escaped.
Maybe it was going to be with Dan Jurgens and Jeff Johns or something. Maybe it has something to do with James Tynion. I don't know. I don't know what DC is going to do with that whole plot line. It's like we still got to see.
We still got the button at the corner, so maybe answer that question in the button.
Actually, because it's slowly affecting the DC universe, slowly, but it's surely because everybody is starting to realize something is wrong. Even
Yep.
Kyle Rayner realized something is wrong in the Green Lantern title.
Yep. That is true. And Luke Hunter showed up in that title. We'll get to that in a minute.
But besides that, now we can go on to Teen Titans.
No, I can comment. There's still more to it that we can mention. I did the film recap.
Yeah.
Going to actually comment. It's been confirmed that next to this recent issue that the Kents are confirmed dead. Both Kents. Great.
Well,
the
it's kind of been.
action comic I hated. It still exists.
Oh no, that's been confirmed for a while. Since Greg's pack run that Kent are dead. It's like you know what? Instead of DC just trying to figure out are they dead, are they not dead from Grant Morrison's run? They just said screw it. Let's just say they're dead.
Yep. Which I'm kind of against that. But you know what? Fuck it. Superman was better than Major right now, so I'll let that pass. Also, then recap. It also confirmed that during recap, Superman was wearing New 52 look during the presidency, which Lois gets pregnant, obviously, and electron convergence, which I'm fine with that. But here's the thing: anything that makes me happy, they retcon the Superman relationship. That's gone. Bye bye.
Well,
I don't know if they retcon it. Does that mean Wonder Woman does not remember being in a relationship with Superman?
Probably.
Yes, it does, because in order for this to happen, they could have played it like Wonder Woman and Superman had a thing, but nobody wants that because a lot of people didn't like. It was like a minority liked the Superman and Wonder Woman books, but a majority were against it, so they just decided to say you know what, we're just gonna say that they never dated. So now it's just in the New 52 hands. I mean, pre-52 hands that Lois and Clark was the only thing he was with besides Lana when he was just still a kid.
Yeah, yep. And it's mentioned, I believe, you remember in the first issue of Trinity, they brought up that.
Yes, they brought that up.
Yeah, they bring up the fact that Wonder Woman was in a relationship. This is before Rebirth. Reborn.
With a different Clark, with the other Clark, and Lois Lane even said that. Yeah, and Lois even said that's two different Clarks, and like she's saying, like back off my man or whatever. And Wonder Woman's like she understands that they're two different people, and she'll treat them that way.
Yeah.
But now Reborn
I think she said she wants to become like good friends with her, just like how she did in the previous universe.
Yep.
But thanks to Reborn. Thanks to Superman Reborn, now it's just they're been friends they're now just friends, no matter what.
Yep. Also,
which I can.
Oh, also,
which is why I'm not.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, you go. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's okay. Anyway, also, they also confirmed that Superman Lois and Clark that's still canon. Which that makes me happy because I love Superman Lois and Clark. It's one of my all-time favorite series. It was thanks to this series we got back Awesome Man. That made me happy.
So they decided.
Well, that was referenced before. Reborn happened it was mentioned in the Men of Steel storyline.
Yep. And speaking of Men of Steel storyline, Ulysses showed up, sort of.
Yeah.
He's canon.
Yeah, Ulysses is going to still be canon. They said all they're doing is just taking up. All they really did was got rid of the New 52 background.
Yep.
That's it.
Thank God. Like, don't worry, action comic, it's gone. Thank God. All the bullshit of New 52 with the True Bar, gone. Savage gone. Everything New 52 is all gone. Which makes me happy.
It's where they told them to still keep Lois and Clark.
Yep. Which I'm sad with that. We got over that series.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just saying it's weird that they kept it though. Like, so the kids went. So Superman and Lois, they just went off the grid for a while. As if they basically saying.
Yeah. I get the reason why that they confirmed Lois and Clark are still canon, because Dan Jurgens wrote both books.
Yep.
But that kind of makes it a little confused because it's like, what, did you fake your death for a little bit just to get away from Intragang or something? That's just
according to issue. It said this, and I quote: "I stepped away from the justice tree, kept the shadow, worked out at night unseen outside the public eye to do what had to be done. Worked with the effective laying and shit off of X, exploiting corruption and deceit whenever possible. A wonderful, peaceful existence that gave John the best start possible. Could have started there with something late, but that wasn't the point needed us." That's funny. Actually, issue itself. There's more to it, but
no, I'll get to the issue.
Anyways,
I'll get around to the issue then.
Yeah, and the way the last issue showing what the Mr. Odd sent a message to Superman, and he said this, and I quote: "My way is for you alone," and he said, "Your imaginary forces beyond you," and he smashed the statue of his parents.
Yep.
Oh, also it's a super family. Yeah, so Superwoman, Supergirl, and Chinese Superman.
I'm waiting for his first trade to come out for the new Superman to come out so I can buy it.
Yeah, I want that trade. And near the end of the issue, basically the Revenge Squad is formed, and guess who leads it? Just guess.
Zod?
Wrong. Nope. Hank Henshaw.
That's Hank Henshaw.
Yep.
So Hank Henshaw basically Hank Henshaw have his old memories back, or he's still just paranoid about Superman?
I don't know. He recruited Metallo, Blank, Eradicator, and him. Next issue recruited Mongo. They'll go recruit Mongo next.
Yeah, they're the Superman Revenge Squad.
Yep.
Which I should point this out. This is the first time in this continuity that this team has ever been formed.
Yeah, that's true. The Revenge Squad never existed in this continuity.
No,
I hope they bring Livewire.
Superman villains never worked together at all because they barely were used.
That's true.
Actually, I hope Livewire comes back and maybe Silver Banshee.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Or
last
bring
Livewire
Zodi.
Let's get this. In Batgirl. In the previous volume.
Nick?
I'm still here.
Continue.
No, we hear your echo.
Yeah, I don't know why it does that. But that was the last time she was seen when she was fighting Jim Gordon, Batman, and Batgirl.
Silver Banshee?
Oh, yeah, Robin. I completely forgot about that.
Huh. Wait.
Yeah, that was the last time she showed up. But as far as I know, she had Man book in a while.
Actually, they could bring back Atomic Skull, Kryptonite Man, Silver Banshee, Livewire. They got Metallo, right?
Darkseid?
Yeah,
Wait.
Metallo is still around.
No, not Darkseid.
Atomic Skull is a supporting character in Superwoman.
And he didn't know. She would have been awesome. I love that series. That series has been really great.
Have you noticed though one thing about Superwoman? It's it's mainly the cast of the book, with the exception of Superwoman herself, is mainly all the Superman supporting characters.
Yep.
Except for Steel, Lex Luthor.
Yeah, that's what it needs to be. It should be that way.
Yep.
Like in Detective Comics, it should be where all the other characters get used.
Yeah. And I get the reason why that Maggie Sawyer is back in Metropolis.
Because
the reason is because if you remember if you read Dan Jurgens' Superman issues, in the 90s, Maggie Sawyer was part of Metropolis, the police department, and then for some reason in the early 2000s, somebody thought it was to be a bright idea to transfer her to the GCPD, where she stayed even after the New 52 reboot. She was still part of the GCPD. She was even commissioner of the GCPD.
When did that happen? I didn't know that.
That happened at the end of Batman Eternal, and that stayed for about 2 years.
Huh. I get that didn't last that long. People love going.
Yeah. It happened right at the end of that event, and then she stepped down in Scott Snyder's second to last issue he wrote for Batman.
Ow. That's bummer.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
he stepped down in issue 50.
And then she was brought back in issue 1, what, Rebirth or issue 1? Yeah,
No,
issue 1 of
Action Comics.
She returned to Superman Action Comics.
Yeah, I was trying to remember. It either was in Action Comics Rebirth or issue 1 or issue 958.
It was the first issue of the relaunch of the revived numbering.
Renumbering. Yeah, I think it was like 958. I believe that was the number.
958.
Yeah, 958.
When Volume 2 came out, I would buy that.
Well, guys, I would love to stay, but I have got to go. My family's decided we're going out to eat for dinner.
Okay.
I'll catch you guys later. All right. I'll post my top 15 on the group page.
Okay.
Okay. See you, man.
And now, see ya. And now we can go into
Teen Titans. Yep.
Actually, this was an okay two-parter because this was all about Aqualad and him coming to terms with who he is in the first part, and in the second part, he finally ends up going to San Francisco. He ends up going to San Francisco, and now we see the weird thing is Kill Shark is back.
Yep.
But I don't know is he's now working with Nemo? That's
Black
weird.
Manta.
No, Nemo. Black Manta is the king of Nemo.
Yep. But that made me happy. You go, oh, is she Black Manta dead? But then like,
so now
he dead.
So we're going into that plot. Yeah, we're going to the whole plot with Black Manta is Aqualad's dad.
Yeah, from Young Justice, it was called on.
But before that, we're gonna go into the Lazarus contract, which is happening next. It's gonna be another awesome 4-part series.
Yep, and it's Teen Titans Deathstroke. Like, it's a 3
Titans Annual.
And Titans Annual. Like, it's a 4-part card that called 3 titles, but this card will have to make more sense, pretty organic. Unlike the coin, which was garbage. Fuck that, screwed up, but the book sucks.
Yes, we know about your little rants on it, but we're on about DC Rebirth. Yep. And right now it's a pretty great issue. The issue just pretty much starts where it was left off. We're going Killer Shark attacks the group. They fend off from him, and Killer Shark goes back and he brings these prisoners who disappeared from Rikers Island, and he mutated them, or the people of Nemo mutated them into shark people, and they fought them all.
Yep.
And for this issue, Damian Wayne was just acting so biggish today. It was just it was
acting a lot more pissed off than usual,
which was kind of weird. I didn't like it, but I like how everybody was just basically playing him off. And I even love how he was acting like Robin from the Teen Titans animated show, where he told him, "Group, do Plan F." Yeah, and we're like, wait, we have a Plan F? We have a Plan F, and everybody was just basically. And I love everybody just doing random things, and Robin's like, no, that's Plan W. I'm like, wait, they don't even know what Plan F is, so why are you just screaming out random things? And I love how Raven rescued Kid Flash, and it looks like they're trying to set up for a romance now between Kid Flash and Raven. We could be seeing that.
Even though I'm a big Raven fan, Raven fan me a couple, I'm bumping with Kid Flash, with this Kid Flash.
I'm cool with it. It's actually different from Beast Boy and Raven because Tara's bringing Broad back up because she's finally.
Oh yeah.
Because for Deathstroke's Lazarus contract team, he has, from what it looks like, Jericho, Tanya Powers, I believe that's the last. Tanya Powers, our Power Girl. I don't know why she's on his team when she, in the latest issue, she was fighting Deathstroke.
Yeah, I don't know how you can convince her. Why she's on Deathstroke team? I thought she hates Deathstroke.
And Kid Flash. Also, Wally was on his team as well from the preview art.
Wait. You're telling me you could see Wally join his side? Why?
On the preview art, and they were going to be in black and white costumes, and Wally West was going to be on Deathstroke's team.
That's odd. because during the crossover, it looks like Jessica killed you with the Wild West. So
What do you
why did he change sides? What?
West just now became Kid Flash and he's embracing it. I don't know what Deathstroke did to make him join his side.
We'll probably in the writer's contract.
Yes, we're gonna because it all goes back to his other sons.
Yeah, to
People
Jericho.
forget that Deathstroke actually has two other sons.
Oh yeah, Grant
There's
Wilson.
I know there's Jason and Grant and Jason.
Who's Jason? I didn't heard about him.
I think that's one of his other sons. I know he had two sons. I know one of them was
I know
Grant,
Grant
and I think the
Wilson.
other was
Who joined Hive, then died, then got the one Revenge.
yeah, that was the one who did it for the original Judas contract.
Yeah, like the anime movie adapted Judas contract, but it adapted Judas contract in a weird way.
That's what I was telling you, that if you're gonna watch the new animated DC films, you have to do it with a grain of salt.
Agreed.
The
Like,
continuity is gonna be really different from what you're expecting.
Yep. And I seen Judas contract actually, like, and actually, like, I think for the movie it's okay. Like, is it the best I think Judas contract? Not really. I think the best I think Judas contract with the animated series. But you know
Actually,
what? It was good.
I'm gonna hold a podcast for that. We'll get onto that later because I'm gonna hold another one about the DC animated movies. But for right now, we see that we finally see that Aqualad, he's finally joined the Teen Titans. Robin, he actually helped him out and actually showed off his powers, and he looks like the one nation from the TV show. Robin's impressed. Robin's impressed, and he even gave him his own costume and helped him out.
The Aqualad suit, which made me happy.
So, yes, he has gills and tattoo. I don't know. I'm actually more curious to how this is all going to tie back into Black Manta and his superpowered metagene. And I see that he's Bob, which I hope they bring that back up.
I still wonder that it tied into basically to the Aquaman's book.
I believe so. This will probably end up tying with Aquaman later on. He'll be introduced. Maybe he'll become Aqualad later on.
That would be awesome to see true Aqualad, because we have the Aqualad in the Titans book.
No, we have Tempest. He just goes by Tempest.
Yeah, Tempest, my bad.
But besides that, that's basically what happened in Teen Titans, and we can go on to Green Lantern. Did you read it this week?
I know. You can tell me what happened.
Well, basically, Rip Hunter is now showed back up in the Green Lantern title. He came 20 years from the future, where apparently the Green Lantern Corps, because apparently on this day it has another time traveler. Apparently in the future, the Green Lantern Corps and the Yellow Lantern Corps worked so well in harmonics that eventually Saronic gave up her Green Lantern ring, and so did Arkillo, and all the Yellow Lanterns became one unified Green Lantern Corps.
Okay, that sounds cool. What happened?
No, this is what happened. That in the future, it works so well that a disdainer, somebody who still believed in Sinestro's old ideology, decided to go back in time, and he's going to destroy the Green Lantern Corps so that the Yellow Lantern Corps does not vanish.
Oh.
And that's what basically the issue is. Besides that, they're also setting up that St. Walker is going to go back and recruit more Blue Lanterns again.
Yay! Finally! Like,
yes, we're going to have more Blue Lanterns. So they're talking about the other corps, and actually, Guy Gardner and Arkillo are now partners.
Yep, because I think I know, they both beat each other up. Good, awesome.
And also, it's kind of nice because Kyle Rayner was trying to hook back up with Saronic, and she basically just turned him down.
Oh, bummer. Actually, what somebody killed Ferris. Where is she? I just don't know where she is.
She's still out there. She's still doing her thing.
Yeah, I miss her because I know in the Green Lantern's book with Simon Jessica Cruz, which that book might be very good. It's very underrated. I don't know why you don't know it yet. That book, my man, the Red Lantern Corps showed up in that book.
But Green Lantern is going fine so far. I'm just reading the trades like I'm doing for all these other comics, and I'm keeping up with only single issues of the comics I really want to read. But besides that, that's basically what happened in Green Lanterns. Green Lantern during the Green Lantern Corps. And now we can jump into Justice League of America, issue 5. Do you read that one?
I seen reviews of it. What happened?
Well, it's an okay issue. Basically, the Justice League, they finally had the Hall of Justice. They finally came out with it. They had a press conference.
I've been waiting for that to come out for years.
Actually, they brought it up that everybody but Batman was there, and they was wondering why Batman wasn't not there. And they're talking about, well, he's busy doing some other work. You know, just excuse that Batman just didn't want to be there. Lobo, actually, they brought up the fact that this Justice League is going to be more open to the public. People can actually go into the Hall of Justice, and they can actually tell people their problems. Yeah, they're going to try to be heroes. And everybody asks, why is Caitlin Snow and why is Lobo on the team? And they said that, well, and Vixen tells everyone that everybody can be redeemed, that anybody can be become a hero if given the opportunity. And people actually started
kill Barbican, the Squad. She saved the day.
And actually, they're wondering how Lobo fits to be a hero when they know that he's a genocidal alien maniac. And right now, actually, this goes back to Ray's hometown, because this issue takes place back in Ray's hometown. Because apparently, you're gonna get a kick out of this. There's a gang that took over his hometown. Apparently, all the jobs dried up. People were leaving. And so what they did was the mayor decided to let this gang come in, and they started giving people jobs. They started contracting people. People had work again, but everybody had to look the other way. Apparently, this gang is dressed up like Roman soldiers, like from Julius Caesar's era.
That sounds awesome.
I kid you not. They're dressed up as Roman. Actually, I think it's kind of stupid, really, because they're dressed up as Roman gladiatorial armor, and their leader says the natural order of the world is chaos. He's one of those people where he thinks anarchy is the natural order of everything.
Oh, he's one of these people like anarchy himself.
He's one of those nutcase. Yes, he's a nutcase. And basically, Ray even went back to his town. He told him, why would you help these people? And the mayor's greatest defense was, if you get rid of the gang, then what? Everybody would go back to being broke and go back to having poverty again. There's no jobs. There's no nothing there. And Vixen says, well, we're going to fix that. And I'm thinking, how can you fix it?
You get them all jobs, or you kick the gang's ass and then you fund them?
You have to, in order for them to help them, you have to have jobs. You have to have something for them.
That's true. So it's kind of a more dilemma. But that's actually very interesting.
And at the end of and I kid you not, when Lobo goes in, he's the front man to go in. He just basically starts taking out all these gladiatorial armor people. And the leader of the group, he actually has a weapon that actually stops Lobo's healing factor for a while. But that doesn't stop Lobo. That doesn't stop Lobo from fighting. He's just still kicking everybody's asses anyway. Ryan Cho goes in. Ryan Cho went in. He ended up getting captured, but they ended up coming to his rescue. One of the leader, he eventually comes out, and he actually states his proclamation that he's going to go to war with the JLA. They are on flying manticores, which is lion bat things. These lion bat-like creatures from Greek mythology. Ray supers up, and he gives Vixen, Black Canary, and Batman gladiatorial armor, and they're about to go to war with this gang to free this city. It's a nice issue. It's just, I feel like the problem is that I don't understand exactly where I think this should have been a Justice League instead of an America book. It should have been renamed International.
I think International makes more sense because just in International, we haven't seen that team in years.
Actually, I believe this book would have been better if it was an international book and we focused more on international problems in the world at large. Like what happened in the first 5 issues. That could have and we could have actually had other characters like Crimson Fox, who's French, from Britain. We could have had Red Rocket.
Yep.
And of course, we have Vixen. She's from Africa. We could have had.
Oh
no, you can go.
We could also have the Onitsume show up from China because he is running around and he's pretty cool.
Actually, they're still forming the Chinese Justice League, so he's off doing his own thing. But he could have been a representative. But also, we could have just got all these different background characters from all over the world. Pretty okay. It wasn't anything too fantastic, like what the first 5 issues were. And I feel like
it's really consistent. It's in the full arc, but that's fine.
I just feel like the book should have been renamed something different because it's taking on a different host of problems.
Yeah, that's true.
But outside that, there's nothing really to complain except the team dynamic is pretty okay. We still see there's still problems with Lobo starting to see that Batman's acting more and more like him, and Batman there's a bigger plan to all of this.
Yep, he's preparing for war against Mr. Oz.
I don't think he's not Mr. Oz because he's not aware of who's pulling the strings. Yeah. He says there's something big happening. Black Canary brought it up, but I'm not sure what's going on.
I know Tim Drake brought it up by Jennifer Flatten in the Tender comics. That's pretty cool.
Besides that, that's about the comics I read for this week.
You're
gonna say Injustice?
I was, but since I know I completely forgot. One more show I read recently. Did you see? Well, I did 2 issues to come in to see, but Injustice. Detective Comics.
What happened in Detective Comics? Wait, is it still going on about the League of Rising?
Yep. And here's the thing, Orphan, she gets to kick some ass.
No, wait. If they're still doing it about that big plot line, please don't tell me because like I said, it's one of those trades I want to read.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
Like that's a big crossover they were doing, like a big thing they were doing in the Bat book. So that's why it's like different from what Batman was doing with a button. Because I knew this was going to tie into something really huge, and I really wanted to know what's going on. So that's why I kind of trying to keep it to a minimum with some single issues, because I can only get paid once a month, and the trades come out. So,
damn. Well, we
can you give me a recap that doesn't involve too many spoilers?
I can try. Basically, Orphan, basically, did what she did best. She kicked ass.
Okay, so you can go on.
And it's hard to talk now. I'm getting too much spoilers because this issue was, holy shit, amazing. Especially it's a Cassandra Cain fan.
Wait, does it talk about her and her mom? Because I'm aware of that.
Yes, it does. And something like something big. Well,
her dad. I know he's back too.
Yep.
If it's about those two, you can talk about it. Go ahead.
Yeah, Cassandra Cain basically talked to Ballerina, mentioned her, and she apparently they read the story to her, and she shows up. She goes to again do your shadows, and she kicks ass. Meanwhile, the rest of the Bat family. It's walking too much spoilers. All captured. That's all I'm saying. Like
they all get
there's more to it, but I don't want to get too much spoilers.
No, just go ahead and say it now.
Okay. But the Batman did get captured. Shiva basically realized that he shifted down to basically nothing. Batwoman, Azrael, and Batwing are near a nuclear bomb. Yes, they're chained to a bomb, which, holy shit. Shiva, being the smart one that they captured Batman, thanks to Leish. And Cassandra came in the last man standing, goes to reach out and kicks some ass. And I'm gonna kick the man. It's a huge fight scene. And awesome.
Well, Sandra Kane is one of the most deadliest fighters in the DC universe.
Yep, and she played ninjas. I am not kidding. It actually happens. And it's awesome.
Well, it's nice to know that she's being used in such a good manner.
Yeah. Wait, we need Stephanie Brown to come back when Tim Drake comes back.
Oh God, I know she's coming back in the next. She's coming back in the next arc.
Hopefully she's not a villain. I'm praying to God she could be redeemed.
She's working with Wrath, from what I see, and I don't know what all's gonna go down. So I know she's still
Damn
hurt
it.
for what happened to Tim Drake. So only time will tell.
Yeah.
And when it comes to that, it's time to wrap things up.
Actually, the one more issue that Bound Beyond. Bound Beyond came out, we see. And
Okay, you can recap that story.
wait, You heard about the issue when the bad singer get there. Well, it turned out the time McGinnis, he messed up and he got in there. Actually, wait, before you get that, Bruce Wayne at the recap, but he get everything like he mentioned Dick Grayson, mentioned Jason Todd, mentioned Tim, and mentioned Duke. Oh, after mentioned Damien, but think about Duke. I'm confused about his stats. Like, what? Why Duke mentioned? Because I thought Duke was more like All-Star Batman. Well, that's more Snyder's book. So he's mentioned. That's odd.
Mythos now. He's part of that mythos, so that happened.
Yeah, that happened.
And he was created by Scott Snyder.
Yep. So it ain't good to be mentioned over Duke. Bruce Wayne mentioned at his supported death. Then the Future's End. Yes, Future's End still cared. I don't get why, even though Future's End is all in that book was confusing. Don't ask. Future's End was so stupid. Anyway, back to positive. Basically, time to realize he goofed up. He shoots at Batman and he kicks basically the son's ass. But we later find out that suit, it's actually a lot more. How can I say this? More deadlier than it seems. Right? Even Bruce Wayne mentioned that suit, but something odd with it. I don't know whether it came out of the helmet suit. So
okay,
my best get the Batman suit that Tim is wearing it's covered the helmet suit. I don't. We'll pop on another issue, but near the end of the entire issue, after Tim says Commissioner Gordon, aka Barbara and Kawhi, we have to find out who led the attack, and guess who it is? Where's our goal? Or someone put that in with the Anubis mask.
Well, then again, he's been alive and kicking for years.
It's either Race or maybe it's someone poisoning him. My best guess is probably Damien is poisoning him. Maybe because maybe got captured. Actually, wait. Since John X is in the Batman universe now, thanks to the other series of Tim Drake Batman, which I ignored and said to play. Yeah.
I'll wait for the trades to come out and I'll read Batman Beyond series.
Yeah. If I want to make a recommendation, I say ignore the Tim Drake Batman stuff because that's.
Oh no! I know that. I meant the Rebirth stuff, not the Futures. Believe me, I know what Future Land is.
Yeah. There's some features in it better. And that basically, as far as Damien concerned and Damian, I think he's gonna put it race, but who knows? We'll probably find out in the next issue. I think that's been it. I did not read Wonder Woman, so I don't know what happened in that book, so we're gonna go to let us know.
Wonder Woman, like Red Hood and all them. I'm still waiting for the trades of those to come out.
Yeah, that's an awesome. How is it that Scott that the writer who wrote that book meant to save that book from Rebirth, but Rebirth is awful, but this book is great. That's weird.
Maybe because what Dan DiDio was going on with. Maybe it has something to do with his idea what the New 52 was going. Paying the writers for so much And a lot of
Yeah.
that was editorial mandates and messing with things.
Yeah, and Scott over there wrote better than that was. And he's like, need one that one's good.
I was gonna say, if you give them the free reins to write and you let them write what they know what they're doing, they can make anything good. And that's why I hear nothing but positivity about the Red Hood and Outlaws. And that's why I'm going to pick up this trade, because I hear so many great things about it.
I
And I
was
believe
shocked
he is a
how
good writer.
good that was.
He can write Jason Todd. It's just when you have editorial mandates screwing with your writing and forcing people to write things certain way, it all up.
Yep. Like, we never been a brother pressure ever DC. We have saved DC because people keep saying, no, the new DC. I say, no, it didn't. The new DC destroyed DC. It took.
No, it helped. It helped revitalize some comics and push comic sales up again.
Yeah, it did. It saved them, I think, from themselves. DCU was that.
They weren't committed to the idea of reboot.
Yeah. Yep. Take note, Marvel. When you do your big whatever that crap is, do what DC does.
Okay, then. And on that note, we can bring this up to a wrap then.
Yep.
Yeah. Right, first this has been Geek Lodge 101, episode 9. And today we're in with Nick Lenz and Taylor Smoker. Taylor, you give me your outro.
You can follow my user times promo doing it's going to be my Twitter. And then you're doing for the Geek Lodge 101 episode 9. So you can do our next discussion on episode 10.
Tomorrow we're going to have an episode on anime. And,
which one?
Just anime in general.
Okay.
And with us today, as always, has been Nick Lenz. You can catch him. You can catch his YouTube channel on Nick Lenz, and that's how you can find him. Until then, we'll see you guys next time.